That's a good thing.
Hello,
Hi,
everybody.
I'm Graham.
My name is Darren,
Mm-hmm.
and I have seen a documentary that you have not seen.
Mm-hmm.
What you?
Narrow it down.
It's called The Wolfpack.
I haven't seen it.
No, I know.
Oh.
What?
You said that already. Go on.
I know. I showed you the trailer for it last week, though. So when I tell you what it's about now, you're gonna sort of get. You're gonna start to think you have seen it because your brain's gonna get a bit confused because it's gonna sound familiar, but you haven't seen it. You've just seen the trailer.
Right.
So, documentary about a family of mostly boys and one girl that are basically locked in a flat by their dad. They also live with their mum, and they never get out.
I have seen this.
You haven't seen it. You've seen the trailer. And all they do, really, in the flat is just watch movies all day long.
I've seen this?
You haven't seen the fucking film I showed you the trailer? Do you actually think you've seen it? Do you know you've seen a trailer?
I've definitely seen the trailer.
I know.
Okay.
That's as far as your knowledge of this has gone.
Okay.
And then they recreate them, because obviously what else they got to do?
I know.
I know you've seen the fucking trailer.
Oh, yeah, I've seen... Alright. Okay. All right.
So, that is the documentary. And I watched it.
I feel like I've watched it because...
You've seen the documentary?
Because how much else are they going to put in it? Do you know what I mean?
Another hour and 27 minutes.
But also at the same time, I feel like I've seen all the key plot points.
Well, how do you know?
I feel...
Okay. Like Bob Hoser when he dies.
I feel... cold.
Okay. Was he Russian when you saw it?
It was the Russian dubbed.
Yeah.
So...
What?
My point is...
Yeah, go on.
So according to the trailer, which anybody can watch, this is not a spoilers.
Yeah. You can't give spoilers because you've not seen it.
Okay, so they're locked in a basement or whatever.
No, it's a flat.
Whatever.
Yeah.
A flat, like a flat, like in a block of flats.
Yeah, like in a blah 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 block of flats.
So they what, like upstairs and stuff?
Yeah.
Why don't they stamp their feet or hits the
Well, because
roofs?
people know they're there, and also it's America. Who gives a shit what everyone else is doing?
Yeah.
Chopping up a body for all I care, as long as it's not mine.
Seriously, like, what is it? America's crazy, isn't it? It's just.
All right.
It's just crazy. Like, you go to Australia and have to avoid the animals. You go to America and you have to avoid the people.
Oh my god.
Just saying that.
That's two countries,
Dangerous
continents.
It's just alienated.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Anyway, no, but it's one of them, and you hear it's just this, just mass.
Has this got anything to do with the
No,
fucking
not
documentary?
at all. Go on.
Shut
Well,
up, then.
yeah, kind of, because
You were
why did
telling us
nobody-
about the fucking
Why did
trailer.
nobody notice that these kids were locked in this thing?
Well, they probably could have kicked the door down if they wanted. I mean, spoiler alert, they get out. It's not that much of a spoiler, you know, at the beginning. You know at the beginning.
I saw it in the trailers.
I mean, how would they have made a fucking documentary about it if they didn't get out?
Well, I imagine
They're
they
in the
survived.
documentary.
I imagine they outlived the dad.
No, he's still alive.
No, I mean, but I imagine they would even in the film where the dad died. Anyway, so they're allowed out, according to the trailer, they're allowed out once a year.
Yes.
Is that true?
No. Well, they go out.
How? Why don't they just run away?
Well, because they've been brought. Firstly, the door's locked, and only Dad's got the key.
No, but I mean, on that one day, obviously.
Well,
Purge day, you know what I mean?
Because they're scared,
Get
aren't
out
they? You know, they've been raised all their life in this way. It's not
and
like
they're
they were
fully dependent, I get that.
Yeah. So that's why.
But they must be aware of, like, the police and stuff like that, not the band.
Well, actually, they explain in it. So they dress up as these characters all the time to play, like, movies and stuff, like recreate movies.
Yeah.
The first one to break out breaks out in character because he said he didn't want to be recognised.
Ah.
And he goes out the door. Yeah, because his dad was out. I didn't want his dad to spot him.
Right. Oh, recognised by the only person who knows he exists.
Yeah, but he didn't explain that, to be fair. He did say, like, I don't want to be recognised. And I was thinking, like, you're probably not going to be.
Yeah. Don't worry. You're not that famous yet.
So he walks out the house. And he goes into a load of shops. He goes to a pharmacist. He goes into, that's what he says anyway. Do you know which character of all the many movie characters he was dressed up as?
Batman.
Michael Myers from Halloween.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So there's just a confused Michael Myers just bumbling around all the shops. So you say, do they know about the police? He was very promptly arrested and sent to a psych hospital thing.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Did a crash course in what the police do.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
that wasn't a good idea.
no.
Was he the oldest, youngest, middle?
No, he wasn't. I guess he was middle because he was neither oldest or youngest.
Okay.
What we'll say though is in these recreations of the movies they've watched, they're fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I'm not confusing it with the actual film, but their performances are spot on.
I don't know if we've kind of actually honed in on the key point of this film. This film is these kids are using the films that they watch as escapism.
Yeah.
When they reenact them, and this is
when
all
they
stuff.
watch them.
Yeah. But, well, yeah, obviously, but yeah.
Obviously.
Of course, it's obvious it's a film. It's escapism.
Yeah, some people just like to go to their films to stare at, so they turn their brain off. I know that's escapism, but it's not quite the same.
Oh, shit. Anyway, yeah. So that's what they do. They kind of like they swede them basically. If you ever seen Be Kind Rewind, they swede these
Didn't give them a
popular
chance to
movies.
answer.
No, I know. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of putting it through. There's going to be somebody out there who's going to say, "Oh no," and then I'll say like, "Well, they made all these kind of props and costumes and stuff out of fabric, perhaps, and
Cardboard cereal boxes.
and cardboard." There you go. So that's how the film goes on. So obviously they've left the house in costume as Michael Myers from Halloween, and that's where we're up to with Darren's.
Well, no, actually, I was just saying about how great actors they were.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I have
Yes.
missed a bit. Yeah. But
Yeah.
do continue anyway.
I'm not going on with the story.
It's in recent memory.
So, like, they like Swede or whatever, Reservoir Dogs, and there's like one guy playing Tim Roth, and I've always thought Tim Roth has a strange voice when he's dying in Reservoir Dogs, and they've
Alright.
got it down spot on.
Really?
Yeah. Spot
Really?
on. Yeah.
That's good.
There was a bit where they're doing Pulp Fiction, and I thought he's a better actor than John Travolta. They should probably. Aww.
What a strange comparison, because I mean,
Because
that
he's
could apply
playing
to
John
anybody.
Travolta.
Yeah, he's playing John Travolta, playing another person, playing the character.
Yeah. That would be weird if they remade Pulp Fiction, but where John Travolta was just in it. As a person. Why would they do that?
No, but yeah, but no, you hang on a second, because forget it then. Fine, yeah, go on.
Yeah, I just wanted to
I'm
say they
over
were
it.
really
I'm
good
over it.
actors.
So what are they doing now?
I don't know. I don't know them personally. And I would hate to spoil the end of the documentary.
Oh,
for you.
okay, all right. I
Yeah.
assume they all die then. The dad stabs them all.
No, the dad is fairly apathetic. It seems.
Serious?
Yeah. The person that I thought was
After being so passionate about locking these
you
kids
say
in.
that you never see him that passionate. I think he just put his
Just
foot
lazy.
down and they'll just
Obeyed.
Yeah, because there's no major punishments when they get out. It's not like he batters them or anything.
All right. Well, as far as you know, you could be doing.
Apparently
much
he did
worse
smack the
things.
mum about a bit. And the mum is
Whose family
the most
does that
interesting
not happen
character
to?
in the whole thing, I think.
Well, now you've got me intrigued, Darren.
Did I not before?
No, it was all run of the mill stuff, wasn't it?
Rud of the Mill.
Rud of the mill.
Is that what you call an average Paul Rudd movie?
yeah, it's Rud of the mill.
um,
That's good. I'm having that. Keeping it.
you have it. Don't want it.
I came up with it.
You have it. So yes, the mum is because she's like a proper. Obviously, she was like a hippie.
She's like a lady.
What do you mean? Yeah, you don't know anything about her.
No,
I mean, yeah, she's a lady. Yeah, you're
well,
right
I'm
about
sorry,
that.
well, the one thing I've said, I'm right about. So
Yeah, but it was the arrogance with which you said it. I didn't like.
God, she's a lady.
And she's got like she feels so independent. You know, like one of those.
You don't have to
One
keep
of
saying
those
she.
women.
I know she's a lady. Go on.
What do you call her then?
What's her name?
I don't know. She looks like John Voight, so it's either she or John Voight.
Okay, go on.
Which was weird because I thought that considering how much they're into movies, I know they're her mum. Sorry, she's
Cast
her
her.
mum. But you'd
Yeah.
think that one
Get
of them
her
go,
in.
you do know you look just like John Voight.
Oh my god.
No, she really does.
Really?
Really looks like John Voight.
That's not an offensive thing to say. Like that's accurate.
Well, it's offensive to either her or John Voight. I don't know which.
Right. Because they're so alike.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you just wonder, like, how did you end up in a situation where you're... Because she's as shut in as the kids, really. How do you end up in a situation where you're with a guy who's locked you in? And she's really clever, and she's like... And you see her talking to the kids, and they're, like, best friends, because who else they got to fucking talk to? But, like, they're not, like, hiding things from each other. They're just talking about their feelings and stuff like that. And it seems like a really great relationship. So you just wonder, like, why didn't you go away? You know what I mean? Like,
Right, yeah.
there's
escape
always...
together.
Exactly. Or just get rid of him.
So that is interesting. So what
Yeah.
have you in your amateur psychology kind of deciphered from what you've seen?
Well, I don't know.
Why
I
do you
didn't
think
say
she
I had
stuck
formed a
around? Why did she,
conclusion. Well, probably she felt that she couldn't leave because of the money, and there's obviously some degree of abuse going on. I don't know,
Yeah.
some sort of Stockholm syndrome. I don't know.
Interesting.
So that's my deduction. But
Okay, that's good.
But you haven't asked me if it was any good.
So from you saying that, I assume it was rubbish. Tripe.
No, it was a try, but it wasn't brilliant. It was all right.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm shocked
Oh,
because I was being silly
why?
just now. Because I thought, because obviously, you know, the fact that you wanted to do a video and the fact that you bought the thing.
Well, I hadn't seen it before I bought it.
No, I know, but you
And
would have
having
heard about
bought it and watched it, I'm glad, and I will watch it again.
Yeah.
I thought it was good.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, the documentary is very good because the story is very interesting, but the documentary itself doesn't do anything.
I see.
Like,
Doesn't challenge or
well,
bring
it just has them tell their story,
to
and
it.
as a document of them telling their story, it's an interesting story. But I feel with a documentary, like with Herzog stuff, you want the documentary to probe. You want the documentary to have an angle, like to have an insight of its own.
Ooh.
What?
Well, obviously,
If I wanted to read the story, I know the story, I could just read it on Wikipedia. I want a documentary to give me the story from a perspective.
see, but that's interesting though, because obviously a documentary is supposed to document.
No, it's not. Though,
It's to document. It's a document.
Well,
so technically,
anything's
what you saw and what you got.
Well, there's no way.
It's
No,
true.
it's not.
That's
it's
how
not.
it should be.
It's
but
not.
for a documentarian to put his own spin on it, that's a different.
Yeah, but
film.
a documentary is
And
still
it's
going to
almost a
be
fiction
biased,
because
isn't
it's
it? Because they can't show everything, so they're going to show the dad.
Exactly.
So what I'm saying is, if you're going to admit a documentary can't be completely fair, then why bother trying? Just have your own angle. Because you can't say, well, it's documented that perfectly, because it hasn't documented it perfectly. It's documented it from their point of view.
So how has this film not done that? How is that? How is this film?
Because it's just had them tell their story, and that's it.
But surely that's the best kind of
No, it should
documentary.
it should try and make a thing.
That's creating a fiction, though, because you're cutting away things that you
It's
don't
not
want
making
in
a fiction. It's just having an
It
angle.
almost is, though, isn't it? Don't you think? Like technically.
No,
I mean,
I'm not saying fabricate things.
No, I'm not saying to fabricate things either.
Well, it's
it's
not
just.
fiction, then, is it?
But if you're showing what you are selling as a truth, but you've actually cut things away.
No, I'm not saying. But nor am I saying.
You're not showing
No,
the
I'm not
full
saying that.
story.
I'm not saying that. Show the full story, but with your own opinion on it. Your judgment on that full story.
Right.
In the way that Herzog.
Bernie.
Who?
The film.
That's
Bernie.
not a documentary, though, is it?
No, but it's based on a true story.
But we're not talking about that. That is fiction.
I get confused. Go on.
No. So like Herzog would make
ecstatic truth. Go on. Yeah.
No, Herzog would. Well, yeah, but Into the Abyss.
Mm.
He makes a documentary about death row,
Mhm.
but from the perspective of somebody who thinks death row is a bad thing. He's still showing death row for what it is,
Yeah.
but he's showing it from his perspective. So
And
I think
he's
that,
putting his opinion into it quite often.
yeah. So I'm saying that they should have done that with this. They should have done something a bit
But
more
then-
interesting. Just point the camera and press go.
But then with Herzog, then you're getting.
You're ignoring everything else that Herzog does with the ecstatic truth stuff. There's just an angle.
But
The act of killing is so bizarre, and yet you get so much more from it as a result.
Yeah.
And this is a bizarre story. You could have got more from it.
Okay.
You could have said more about everything than just specifically them.
Oh,
and
I
their
agree
life.
with that. It's just using the phrase, the term documentary to
Oh.
document the truth.
When does a documentary ever
Damn.
document the truth? Do I
Damn.
really have to go into it?
Yeah, Nanook and all that.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly,
whatever.
Nanook and
The
all.
original, the one that started.
The grandfather of all documentaries
Absolutely.
was bullshit.
Considered as, but yeah.
Well, yeah, as opposed to what? Being legally.
I don't know, just whatever the
Um,
true one is.
Well, that one is.
Yeah, that was the most widely kind of.
Okay. Anyway,
Anyway.
Bye, everyone.
So it's good. You'd watch it. You recommend it.
it is very good.
You said it's average.
As a story, it's really interesting. As a documentary, it's really average.
That's a shame then, isn't it?
Yeah, like I saw West Memphis 3 or whatever it's called the other day. That definitely had an agenda.
All right.
I mean, they basically found an unproven culprit and said he did the murders,
Wow.
which I'm a bit iffy about personally.
Really?
Whether or not he did it, it seems wrong for a documentary to come to those conclusions and present it in that way.
And therefore, it shouldn't be considered a documentary.
Of course it should be. Why shouldn't it be? Idiot.
Oh my god.
Anyway, bye everyone.
It's not truth, bye.
Well, it might be truth. It's just not their place to say.
Reeled back in.
Bye everyone.
Bye.